People chase enlightenment like it's a hidden treasure, but it's all far simpler. Hey guys, it's John sitting here in my sit-in love room having a beautiful day. It is just lovely outside, the snow drifting down. I'm just loving being here and having a wonderful day. My son just came down from his bedroom upstairs, and he's out here for the weekend, and that's always a love and a pleasure of mine to have him around. He's probably my favorite person on earth. So I wanted to hop on and talk about this concept of chasing enlightenment. What happens when people start to, quote unquote, chase enlightenment is they look for the next method, modality, technique. They look for the next aha moment. They're seeking. And your present moment belief is what you will experience in your next moment. That feeling, that idea that you believe about the now will be expressed in your reality around you. And when you declare yourself to be a seeker, you're going to seek. You're going to be a seeker. You're going to live in forever seeking. Enlightenment is an interesting term. Many people think it means, getting to that greater light show, that greater spiritual aha moment, that whole experience. Enlightenment can mean two things, and I take the latter. The first is that, of course, that light show, being bright and light and all those things. I think enlightenment is stripping away everything and coming down to being lighter, coming down to that core element. Before Abraham was, I am. Before there was a religion that we followed, I was already here creating. That's a beautiful statement that Jeshua said. And that statement itself says we don't need religion, we don't need New Age ideologies, methods, modalities, techniques, dogmas, doctrines. We don't need any of them because spirituality is not something you seek. Spirituality is something you are. It's about being here in the present. And these ideologies are overcomplicating the pathway. In my first regression, I literally said it's so simple we have a hard time comprehending it. And that simplicity of that, I measure everything I do against the simplicity. And the more I look into the simplicity of this, the more I find very quickly that everything else, religions, even the New Age doctrines and dogmas, are just adding more and more complications because they're seeking. They're looking for something outside of themselves when the kingdom of heaven is within you. Everything is within you. And you don't need to seek for something you already have. It's a matter of exhaling and setting those fears and anxieties that come from those doctrines, dogmas, and ideologies, and bringing yourself back to the core essence of who you are. The interesting thing about the core essence of who you are is your very nature is love. You want to be loved. You want to be loving. You want to live in a world that's loving. You want to be in a world where you don't have to stress or be anxious about money and stresses of love. And, will I be loved? Will I, find a love? Will I have people around me who love me? This concept of the core element of love, we feel lost because we're seeking. And what are we seeking? We're seeking love. We're seeking unconditional love. We're seeking the pure love. That's the reason we're here, is to come here to feel our separation from our very core, from our very self, from God. And that feeling of separation, that illusion of separation that we have, takes us out of ourselves and puts us forever seeking. Spiritual awakening, in my opinion, makes you feel lighter. And the doctrines and the dogmas that you find within New Age ideologies and Old Age ideologies, they make you feel mired down. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to, meditate in a certain way. I have to pray in a certain way. I have to go to church every Sunday. I have to burn sage in my house because of. These are all very complicated sort of additions and ideas. And these ideas created a more complicated ideology. It's all far simpler. You always have this power within you. And this concept of spiritual awakening, even the word awakening says that you're asleep, that you're having this sort of spiritual amnesia. Well, it's not spiritual amnesia. It's just learning how to come back into greater awareness of that you have the ability to create your world. Greater works than I've done you will do, and you have the ability. Whatever you ask in God's name is granted. Everything's telling you that the power is within you. And these ideas of these very complicated methods and modalities and reaching out to try to get to that next level and have that next light show or the next aha moment. I can't tell you how many people I know who every so often, every couple of months, say, "My God, John, they tell me the next aha moment." And then after a few weeks, that wears off. And then a few months later, "John, this thing happened. Oh my God, it was life-changing." And they've been telling me things like that for decades. And the whole thing is, it's all within them. As long as they're deciding to be a seeker, they're going to seek forever. And they're never going to feel fulfilled and complete because they're going to find something that makes them feel good for the moment, have a little adrenaline rush. And then that's going to wear off and they're going to be back to themselves and they're going to come back to the self that is lacking. Be you to the fullest in the now. You only live in one moment. You're only conscious in this one moment. You only have thought, word, and deed in this one moment. Be the outcome that you're looking for in the now. Be the love. Be the expression. Be the idea that you are already complete.
And now, a quick word from our sponsor. Coffee Time with John. This channel runs off coffee, so get your coffee and tea at johnsjoe.com.
This idea that you have to seek is a fallacy. There's nothing you have to seek. All you have to do is be. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's what the Gandhi said. You be the change you want to see in the world. My religion is simple. My religion is kindness. That's the Dalai Lama. He who knows not kindness has no faith. These are not hard concepts. These are simple concepts. That last one was the Prophet Muhammad. These are very simple concepts. Be love, be kindness, be compassion, be joy. You are creating this experience. There's nothing to seek. There's only something to be. And you can be it here and now. You can choose to let your past down. Think not upon yesterday or tomorrow. Be here today. Think about this moment. I am is not I was or I will be. It's I am. It's you have all you need in the now. There's nothing to seek. And that is the biggest secret to this whole thing is spiritual awakening is not an awakening at all. It's a chosen awareness. You choose to be aware. You choose to release the things that don't let you feel the way you want to feel. You choose to feel disempowered or you choose to feel empowered. It really is that simple. You have the ability to step into this loving, compassionate self that's always there. And that loving, compassionate self, when you put it out in the world, reflects that back to you. And people are loving and compassionate to you when you do that. The people who are afraid of that love and compassion is because they're locked into these ideologies of religion or New Age ideologies. This is the way it has to be. And they're saying, look, I feel important because I'm doing this thing. And in reality, that idea of I feel important because I'm doing this thing is showing their insecurity. It's showing that they're like, I'm better than you. They're putting themselves on a pedestal to make themselves feel powerful. They're having their aha moment. Be the aha moment. Be the moment of love and compassion, no matter what ideology they're doing. You don't have to ascend to the 5D because the 5D is an ideology that, in my own personal opinion, is the modern New Age version of the rapture. You've got to be chosen. You've got to go have this moment. You have to raise your enlightenment. You have to do all these things. And if you don't do these things, you're not going to be part of the 5D. And then there's the people out there who are saying they're already in the 5D. They're already creating these things. They're making these stories up to make themselves feel powerful. The reality of it is that you have everything within you right now. You don't need anybody else's method, modality, technique, or dogma. You have everything you need. You are complete. You're beautiful. But it's a matter of you choosing to be that beauty in the world. And that choosing to be that beauty in the world, when you release your religions and your doctrines and your dogmas and your New Age ideologies, you get lighter. And that's the definition of enlightenment, to be lighter. And when you think about it from that perspective, you find very quickly that you are the power. You are the creation. When you come to realize the path is being formed behind you, it's not in front of you. There's nothing that you have to do to get anywhere. You are creating the pathway behind you. The key is, if your pathway is a river instead of a path, Are you leaving a positive wake behind you? Are you leaving an expression of beauty and love behind you? Or are you just perpetuating fear-based ideologies, be they old or new? Or are you being the outcome? The book of Matthew talks about false prophets. The number one thing you can take from that lesson is this: you will know them by their fruit. If they're pitching hierarchies and better than yous and you have to do this, then they are pitching sour fruit because they're telling you you're not perfect now. They're telling you that you're not complete now. They're telling you you don't have the power now, that you're incomplete, that you've got to get to this place. The reality of it is there is no spiritual awakening. It's only you choosing to be the outcome that you're desiring and understanding that your divinity is within you now. You're perfect and you're creating already. It's just a matter of becoming very conscious about what you're creating and choosing to create something beautiful. And when you do that, your entire life will turn around and you will find the real secret of spiritual awareness. You'll find the real secret that it all emanates from you. And the outer world is just an expression of your beliefs. And negative people will see a negative world because they believe the world is negative. People who believe they're lacking will look for something to make them feel less lacking. But the choice that they believe they're lacking is why they're experiencing lack. You can experience completeness by just being the love and experiencing the love around you because you're being that resonance that's going out in the world. Tesla said, to understand the universe, you have to understand energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, that's you choosing to be that energy, be that frequency, and be that vibration. You're the one who's projecting. You're the one who is emitting that radio signal of your completion, your love, your compassion, your joy. It always comes down to you tuning yourself into that as opposed to expecting to find somebody else who's going to show you how to get to that. Everything's within you. There's nothing you need. It's all about you. And when you come to that place of realizing that your being love in this world reflects in the people around you, you start to realize that you can't save the world, but you can make your part of the world so bright, the world chooses to save itself around you because they are feeling your resonance, your energy, and your frequency and your vibration. So you step into that. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.